Namaste. Welcome back to Samskriti. This is the ninth sarga of Yuddha Kandam in the Adhyatma Ramayanam series. Hearing the words of Vibhishana, Rama said, "O Vibhishana, I know everything about the terrible Asura Indrajit, that he is a master of all magic, that he is very brave, that he knows about the use of Brahmastra, and that he is adept in magical warfare. I also know about the woe observed by Lakshmana while serving me. I kept silent over his abandonment of food, etc., only with the foreknowledge of the great things he would have to accomplish." Having said so, Sri Rama, the most knowledgeable, turned to Lakshmana and said, "O Lakshmana, go for battle, accompanied by the great army and its leaders like Hanuman, and destroy the son of Ravana. Jambavan, the chief of the bears, will accompany you with his army of bears, and Vibhishana with his ministers will also go along. The wise Vibhishana is well acquainted with Meghanada and knows the places where the battle is to take place." At these words of Rama, the mighty Lakshmana lifted his excellent and mighty bow, and ready to start with Vibhishana, touched the lotus-like feet of Rama and said, "Today, the arrows shot from my bow shall pierce and pass through the body of the son of Ravana, and then will go down to the Patala to take a dip in the waters of river Bhogavati." So saying, he circumambulated Rama and then swiftly went with a firm determination for the destruction of Indrajit, impatient to demonstrate his prowess. Behind him followed Hanuman with thousands of monkeys and Vibhishana with his ministers. Besides them, Jambavan and his force of bears also hurried behind the son of Sumitra for the mission. Reaching the place of goddess Nikumbhila, Lakshmana saw from a distance a huge army of Rakshasas to protect Meghanada's fire sacrifice. The highly skilled archer that he was, Lakshmana strung his bow and got ready for battle. Along with him, Angada and the brave Jambavan too became alert. Then the Rakshasa leader Vibhishana said to Lakshmana, "See that huge army of Rakshasas spread like a mass of dark clouds. You should first take steps to remove this obstacle in our path. When this army of demons is pierced, Indrajit, the son of Ravana, will be visible. Attack him before he completes his fire sacrifice. O brave one, annihilate the evil-minded creature who is a destructive genius and a violator of dharma." Hearing these words of Vibhishana, Lakshmana, who had auspicious and good characteristics, began showering a hail of arrows aimed at the army of Indrajit, and the monkey leaders too attacked with boulders, hillocks, and trees. The Rakshasas too retaliated with axes, sharp arrows, swords, batons, branches of trees, and tomaras. Tomara is a ball-shaped ancient fighting gear attached to an iron rod. Great was the tumult when the two armies thus clashed in fierce battle. Seeing that his army was being mercilessly crushed, Indrajit left the sacrificial place and came out immediately. Taking a bow, he ascended his chariot and in great anger addressed Lakshmana, challenging him for battle. He said, "O Saumitre, I am Meghanada. Now you cannot escape alive from me." Then he saw his uncle Vibhishana there, and feeling disgusted and peeved, he addressed him in a very scornful and harsh manner. "You were born and brought up among us. You are a direct brother of my father. Still, abandoning your own people, you have become a servant of our enemy. You are demonstrating your treachery against me, who am like a son to you. You are the most sinful among sinners." Saying this, he looked at Lakshmana, who was sitting on the shoulders of Hanuman. Seated in his magnificent chariot, which was equipped with different types of fierce, potent, and effective arms and armaments, the great demon lifted his great bow, and twanging it, he declared, "O monkeys, today my arrows will literally drink your lives." Thereupon, Lakshmana, the destroyer of all foes, began to shower arrows, hissing like an angry serpent. Now, Indrajit, roused to great anger, looked at Lakshmana with reddened eyes. Being hit and injured by the arrows shot by Lakshmana, which were sharp as the Vajrayudha of Indra, Meghanada lost his consciousness for a while. Recovering from it, he saw the brave Lakshmana standing in front of him and dashed towards him, his eyes red with anger and vehemence. Mounting an arrow on his bow, he said to Lakshmana, "In my first battle with you, you do not seem to have had sufficient experience of my prowess. I shall now demonstrate it to you. Stay right there." With these words, he struck Lakshmana with 7 arrows, Hanuman with 10 arrows that were sharp and powerful. Then, highly excited with anger, he sent 100 arrows at Vibhishana. In return, Lakshmana also started showering arrows at the enemy. Struck by Lakshmana's arrows, the shining body armor of Indrajit was shattered into bits and fell into the back of the chariot and then slid to the ground. Then the son of Ravana, now full of fury, sent numerous arrows at Lakshmana and shattered his armor also. Thus, returning blow for blow, the two brave warriors mutually fought, locked in fierce combat. Both of them breathed heavily and deeply every now and then, and they fought each other very ferociously. All the parts of their bodies were peppered by arrows and were drenched in blood. For a very long time, those two valiant warriors fought each other with sharp and effective arrows, and neither of them could be defeated by his opponent. Suddenly, the brave Lakshmana shot 5 arrows and crushed the chariot of Indrajit along with its horses and the charioteer. Showing his expertise in archery, Lakshmana cut off the enemy's bow also immediately. In great haste, Indrajit took up another bow and strung it, but Lakshmana cut off that too with 3 arrows and wounded the demon, who was by now without a bow, with many shafts. The heroic Indrajit now took up a third bow and with arrows shining like the sun's beams, wounded Lakshmana and all the other monkeys and filled all the quarters with volleys of arrows. Lakshmana next took up the specially empowered arrow Aindra and aiming it at the son of Ravana, mounted it on his bow. Drawing the string of his strong bow right up to his ear and invoking the lotus feet of Sri Rama in his heart, the brave Lakshmana said, "If Rama, the unrivaled hero, is devoted to Dharma and is steadfast in truthfulness, may this arrow destroy the son of Ravana." With these words, Lakshmana drew the bowstring up to his ear and shot the arrow straight at Indrajit. That arrow cut off the head of Indrajit, shining with ear pendants and crowned by a diadem, and threw it on the ground. Delighted at the destruction of Indrajit, the Devas sang the praise of Lakshmana again and again and showered flowers on him. Lord Indra, the celestials, and the Maharishis felt very happy and exhilarant. At that time, the sound of kettle drums and the trumpets of the gods reverberated in the sky with a chorus of acclaim and thunderous applause everywhere. The sky became clear, and the earth, which is the bearer of this existence, also became stable. When Lakshmana got over his exhaustion, he sounded his conch, and with a lion-like roar, he twanged his bowstring. That sound of victory refreshed and gladdened the monkeys, and they became free of all battle fatigue. Lakshmana, with all the joyous monkey leaders glorifying his deeds, now went along with Hanuman and Vibhishana to Rama in great humility. Saluting his brother, who was none other than the eternal Narayana, he said, "O the noblest of Raghu's line, by your kind grace and benevolence, Indrajit has been killed in battle." Hearing these devoted and humble words of Lakshmana, Rama embraced him, smelt his head as a gesture of affection, and said, "O Lakshmana, you have done well. I am much pleased with you. You have accomplished a very difficult task. With the death of Indrajit, victory over the Rakshasas is an accomplished task. You have fought courageously, and in 3 days you have managed to destroy the demon. By doing this, you have made me free of enemies. Spurred by sorrow at the death of his son, Ravana is sure to come for a fight with me. I shall then easily kill him." Hearing about the death of the mighty Meghanada, Ravana swooned and fell on the floor. When he regained consciousness, he lamented and bemoaned the loss of his son very bitterly. Recalling the qualities, virtues, and deeds of his son, Ravana said, "Today, all the Devas, Lokapalas, and Maharishis shall sleep in peace, knowing that Indrajit has been killed." Ravana bemoaned his son's death in many ways like this. Then, after a while, seized by great anger, he ordered all the Asuras to go for battle knowing that total destruction was before them. Then the heroic Ravana, stricken by the grief of his son's death, now gave himself up to thoughtless anger and resolved to kill Sita and angrily rushed towards her. Seeing Ravana rushing towards her in a wrathful mood with a sword in hand, Sita, who was surrounded by Rakshasis, was stricken with great fear and sorrow. Fortunately, just at that time, one of Ravana's ministers, named Suparshva, who was intelligent and pure minded, intervened and said, O 10-headed one, you are the brother of Vaisravana, that is Kubera himself, and are adept in the rituals and practices of the Vedas. You are noted for your devotion to duty and for your many virtues. How then can you even think of killing a woman? Accompanied by all of us, you will soon go to war and kill Rama and Lakshmana, and then acquire Janaki. When thus dissuaded in a logical manner, Ravana checked himself and abandoned his recklessness. Thereafter, the evil-minded Asura, accepting the righteous words of his well-wisher, came back to his palace with his mind stupefied by sorrow. Ravana then entered the royal court along with his friends and advisors. This sarga ends on this note. Let's move on with the chanting now. Adhyatma Ramayane Yuddhakande Navamah Sargah Shri Mahadeva Uvacha Vibhishana Shrutva Ramo Vakyamatha Bravit Janami Tasya Raudrasya Mayam Kritsnam Vibhishana Sahi Brahmastra Vichuro Mayavi cha Mahabalaha Janami Lakshmanasyapi Swarupam Mama Sevanam Jnatvaiva Samaham Tushni Bhavishyat Karya Gauravat Ityuktva Lakshmanam Praha Ramo Jnanavatam Varaha Gaccha Lakshmana Sainyena Mahata Jahi Ravanim Hanumat Pramukhai Sarvaihi Yuthapai Saha Lakshmana Jambavan Raksharajoyam Saha Sainyena Samvritaha Vibhishanascha Sachivaihi Saha Tvam Abhiyasyate Abhignastasya Deshasya Janati Vivarani Saha Ramasya Vachanam Shrutva Lakshmana Savibhishanaha Jagraha Karmukam Sreshtham Anyad Bhima Parakramaha Ramapadambujam Sprishtva Hrishtas Saumitrirabravit Adyamat Karmukan Muktaha Sharanirvidhya Ravanim Gamishyanti hi patalam Snatum bhogavati jale Eva muktva sa saumitrihi Parikramya pranamyatam Indrajin nidhana kankshi Yayau tvarita vikramaha Vanarair bahusahasraihi Hanuman prishtatonvagat Vibhishanascha sahito Mantribhistvaritam yayau Jambavat pramukha rikshaha Saumitrim tvarayanvayuhu Gatva nikumbhiladesham Lakshmano vanarai saha Apashyad balasanghatam Duradrakshasa sankulam Dhanurayamya saumitrihi Yato bhut bhuri vikramaha Angadena cha virena Jambavan rakshasadhipaha Tada vibhishanah praha Saumitrim pashya rakshasan Yadetad rakshasanikam Meghashyamam vilokyate Asyanikasya mahato Bhedane yatnavan bhava Rakshasendra sutopyasmin Bhinne drishyo bhavishyati Abhidravashu yavadvai Naitat karma samapyate जहीवीरदुरात्मानं हिंसा परमधार्मिकं विभीषणवचः श्रुत्वा लक्ष्मणः शुभलक्ष्मणः ववर्ष शरवर्षाणि राक्षसेन्द्रसुतं प्रति पाषाणैः पर्वताग्रैश्च वृक्षैश्च हरियूथपाः निर्जग्नुः सर्वतो दैत्यान् तेऽपि वानरयूथपान् परश्वधैषितैर्बाणैः असिभिर्यष्टितोमरैः निर्जग्नुर्वानरानीकं तदा शब्दो महानभूत् ससम्प्रहारस्तु मूलः सञ्जज्ञे हरिरक्षसाम् इन्द्रजित् स्वबलं सर्वमर्द्यमानं विलोक्य सः निकुम्भिलां च होमं च त्यक्त्वा शीघ्रं विनिर्गतः रथमारुह्य स धनुः क्रोधेन महतागमत् समाह्वयन् स सौमित्रिं युद्धाय रणमूर्धनि सौमित्रे मेघनादोऽहं मया जीवन्न मोक्ष्यसे तत्र दृष्ट्वा पितृव्यं स प्राहनिष्ठुरभाषणम् इहैव जातः संवृद्धः साक्षात् भ्राता पितुर्मम यस्त्वं स्वजनमुत्सृज्य परभृत्यत्वमागतः कथं द्रुह्यसि पुत्राय पापीयानसि दुर्मतिः इत्युक्त्वा लक्ष्मणं दृष्ट्वा हनूमत्पृष्ठतस्थितम् उद्यदायुधनिस्त्रिंशे रथे महति संस्थितः महाप्रमाणमुद्यम्य घोरं विस्फारयन् धनुः अद्य वो मामका बाणाः प्राणान् पास्यन्ति वानराः ततः शरं दाशरथिः सन्धायामित्रकर्षणः ससर्ज राक्षसेन्द्राय क्रुद्धः सर्प इव श्वसन् इन्द्रजिद्रक्तनयनो लक्ष्मणं समुदैक्षत शक्राशनिसमस्पर्शैः लक्ष्मणेनाहतः शरैः मुहूर्तमभवन्मूढः पुनः प्रत्याहृतेन्द्रियः ददर्शावस्थितं वीरं वीरो दशरथात्मजं सोऽभिचक्राम सौमित्रिं क्रोधसंरक्तलोचनः शरान् धनुषि सन्धाय लक्ष्मणं चेदमब्रवीत् यदि ते प्रथमे युद्धे न दृष्टो मे पराक्रमः अद्य त्वां दर्शयिष्यामि तिष्ठेदानीं व्यवस्थितः इत्युक्त्वा सप्तभिर्बाणैरभिविव्याध लक्ष्मणं दशभिश्च हनूमन्तं तीक्ष्णधारैः शरोत्तमैः ततः शरशतेनैव सम्प्रयुक्तेन वीर्यवान् क्रोधद्विगुणसंरब्धो निर्बिभेद विभीषणम् लक्ष्मणोऽपि तथा शत्रुं शरवर्षैरवाकिरत् तस्य बाणैः सुसंविद्धं कवचं काञ्चनप्रभं व्यशीर्यत रथोपस्थे तिलशः पतितं भुवि ततः शरसहस्रेण संक्रुद्धो रावणात्मजः बिभेद समरे वीरं लक्ष्मणं भीमविक्रमं व्यशीर्यतापतद्दिव्यं कवचं लक्ष्मणस्य च कृतप्रतिकृतान्योन्यं बभूव दुरभिद्रुतौ अभीक्ष्णं निःश्वसन्तौ तौ युध्येतां तुमुलं पुनः शरसंवृत सर्वाङ्गौ सर्वतो रुधिरोक्षितौ सुदीर्घकालं तौ वीरावन्योन्यं निशितैः शरैः अयुध्येता महासत्त्वौ जयाजय विवर्जितौ एतस्मिन्नन्तरे वीरो लक्ष्मणः पञ्चभिः शरैः रावणेः सारथिं साश्वं रथं च समचूर्णयत् चिच्छेदकार्मुकं तस्य दर्शयन् हस्तलाघवं सोऽन्यत्तु कार्मुकं भद्रं सज्जं चक्रे त्वरान्वितः तच्चापमपि चिच्छेद लक्ष्मणस्त्रिभिराशुगैः तमेव छिन्नधन्वानं विव्याधानेकसायकैः पुनरन्यत्समादाय कार्मुकं भीमविक्रमः इन्द्रजिल्लक्ष्मणं बाणैः शितैरादित्यसन्निभैः बिभेदवानरान् सर्वान् बाणैरापूरयन् दिशः तथा इन्द्रं समादाय लक्ष्मणो रावणिं प्रति सन्धायाकृष्य कर्णान्तं कार्मुकं दृढनिष्ठुरम् उवाच लक्ष्मणो वीरः स्मरन् रामपदाम्बुजं धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि त्रिलोक्यामप्रतिद्वन्द्वस्तदेनं जहि रावणिम् इत्युक्त्वा बाणमाकर्णाद्विकर्ष्य तमजिह्मगम् लक्ष्मणः समरे वीरः ससर्जेन्द्रजितं प्रति सशरः सशिरस्त्राणं श्रीमज्ज्वलितकुण्डलं प्रमथ्येन्द्रजितः कायात् पातयामास भूतले ततः प्रमुदिता देवाः कीर्तयन्तो रघूत्तमं ववर्षुः पुष्पवर्षाणि स्तुवन्तश्च मुहुर्मुहुः जहर्षशक्रो भगवान् सह देवैर्महर्षिभिः आकाशेऽपि च देवानां शुश्रुवे दुन्दुभिस्वनः विमलं गगनं चासीत् स्थिराभूद्विश्वधारिणी निहतं रावणिं दृष्ट्वा जयजल्पसमन्वितः गतश्रमः स सौमित्रिः शङ्खमापूरयद्रणे सिंहनादं ततः कृत्वा ज्याशब्दमकरोद्विभुः तेन नादेन संहृष्टा वानराश्च गतश्रमाः वानरेन्द्रैश्च सहितः स्तुवद्भिर्हृष्टमानसैः लक्ष्मणः परितुष्टात्मा ददर्शाभ्येत्य राघवं हनूमद्राक्षसाभ्यां च सहितो विनयान्वितः ववन्दे भ्रातरं रामं ज्येष्ठं नारायणं विभुं त्वत्प्रसादाद्रघुश्रेष्ठ हतो रावणिराघवे श्रुत्वा तल्लक्ष्मणाद् भक्त्या तमालिङ्घ्य रघूत्तमः मूर्ध्न्यवघ्राय मुदितः सस्नेहमिदमब्रवीत् साधु लक्ष्मणतुष्टोऽस्मि कर्म ते दुष्करं कृतं मेघनादस्य निधने जितं सर्वमरिन्दम अहोरात्रैस्त्रिभिर्वीरः कथञ्चिद्विनिपातितः निस्सपत्नः कृतोऽस्म्यद्य निर्यास्यति हि रावणः पुत्रशोकान् मया योद्धुं तं हनिष्यामि रावणम् मेघनादं हतं श्रुत्वा लक्ष्मणेन महाबलं रावणः पतितो भूमौ मूर्छितः पुनरुत्थितः विललापातिदीनात्मा पुत्रशोकेन रावणः पुत्रस्य गुणकर्माणि संस्मरन् पर्यदेवयत् अद्य देवगणाः सर्वे लोकपाला महर्षयः हतमिन्द्रजितं ज्ञात्वा सुखं स्वप्स्यन्ति निर्भयाः इत्यादि बहुशः पुत्रलालसो विललापः ततः परमसंक्रुद्धो रावणो राक्षसाधिपः उवाच राक्षसान् सर्वान् निनाशयिषु राघवे सपुत्रवधसन्तप्तः शूरः क्रोधवशङ्गतः संवेक्ष्य रावणो बुद्ध्या हन्तुं सीतां प्रदुद्रुवे खड्गपाणिमथायान्तं क्रुद्धं दृष्ट्वा दशाननं राक्षसी मध्यगा सीता भयशोकाकुलाभवते। एतस्मिन्नन्तरे तस्य सचिवो बुद्धिमान् शुचिः सुपार्श्वो नाम मेधावी रावणं वाक्यमब्रवीत्। ननु नाम दशग्रीव साक्षाद् वैश्रवणानुजः वेदविद्याव्रतस्नातः स्वकर्म परिनिष्ठितः अनेकगुणसम्पन्नः कथं स्त्रीवधमिच्छसि अस्माभिः सहितो युद्धे हत्वा रामं च लक्ष्मणं प्राप्स्यसे जानकीं शीघ्रम् इत्युक्तः स निवर्तत। ततो दुरात्मा सुहृदा निवेदितम् वचः स्वधर्म्यं प्रतिगृह्य रावणः गृहं जगामाशु शुचा विमूढदेही पुनः सभां च प्रययौ सुहृद्वृतः। इति श्रीमध्यात्मरामायणे उमामहेश्वरसंवादे युद्धकाण्डे 9 सर्गः।